Look, coming live from a snowy 215, it's your boy ROCKIIN REESE bringing another edition of WCC Ring Rockers, the show where the music and the wrestling talk never stop. And today, we are back after a 1 week power outage. Yeah, for those who wonder why we weren't on last week, we are being victim of an ice storm, and no, it ain't. For once, we can't blame Canada. And speaking of Canada, where's my co-host and the Canadian goose himself, Rob Gosling?
Hello. What's up, people? How we doing out there tonight?
Yeah. Oh, Rob, I would probably say this for once. I actually may want to wish I was in Canada right now because I actually think you guys may be warmer than we are right now.
That's very possible. I'm not sure what the temperatures are.
I don't know what they are, but I know what they're about to be as far as tonight's show is going to be hot because as y'all know, Valentine's Day is coming up this weekend, and whenever you think of love, you think of good-looking women, and damn it, in wrestling, you got plenty of them because we all have our crushes here and there. So that's what we're going to talk to. But before we get it going, I want to welcome our other guest on the show. First of all, he is Mr. Friday Night himself, Doug Barrett, host of The Main Event, which you can catch 30 minutes after SmackDown. Douglas, how you doing?
I'm doing good tonight, and yes, it's a little cold, but you know what? I can say this: I got power, I got the PS3 and PS4 going, so it's a good night in America.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, we got a rarity on the show. Yeah, for once, Rob is not the only Canadian that is here. That's right, y'all heard me. I said Rob is not the only Canadian here because we got Mr. Corey calling in. Corey, how you doing?
Great. How you guys doing?
Like I said, probably freezing, but all right.
Rockin', I just got a great idea. For the first time on WCC, it will be ROCKIIN REESE and Doug Barrett versus the two Canadians in ice hockey this Sunday night.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Doug, yeah. I will tell you why that idea will go wrong on so many levels. Do you remember that both the men and women's Canadians teams are the reigning gold medalists? 1, 2, both of them beat the Americans in the gold medal match. And 3, between me and you, one of us has probably never been ice skating in his life, and that is not because he is a black man, but I will digress on that subject.
Don't worry, I can teach you how to play hockey.
Well, good.
Hold on, I have to say this. There is something I do have to say on this. Because and this comes from a African-American comedian. The reason you don't see very many colored people in hockey is because there's not enough room to celebrate.
I do got to say this, though. I'm glad you brought up black Canadians, Rob, because I was like, although Wayne Simmons is here in my home city Flyers, I was like, yeah, he's probably one of the few inspirations I would have right now. But anyway, all right, let's get back on topic because we're going a whole different planet right now. First of all, let's get into the crushes, and I'm going to start with Corey on this one. Corey, past and present, I know you have seen plenty of beautiful women in the world of professional wrestling, both whether it be on the mainstream and on the independent circuit. I was wondering who would some of your, now you can have more than one answer, who would some of your all-time wrestling crushes be?
Lita, for number one, for sure. I always liked Lita.
Yeah, newly inducted Hall of Famer, just announced this past Monday on Raw.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see that. And currently, Renee Paquette, who's now known as Renee Young. She's probably my biggest right now. I haven't met her yet, but hopefully at some point soon here she comes back to Canada. And then I guess when I was younger, of course, the lovely Miss Elizabeth.
Amen. Now you just hit my number one right there. Although I will say this, I'm going to give Jesse Ventura credit for always reminding me of this. I was about to say, no matter how much I loved Elizabeth, I was like, I'd always pick the other girl because Elizabeth, you got to fight macho for.
That's right. But, that might have been worth a good fight for her. I used to probably be 12 years old, standing right behind her at Maple Leaf Gardens behind the barrier with my sign, trying to yell at her, my sign asking her if she wants to be with a real macho man. I'm probably 12. And she never turned around to look at me. I was ready to go, though. I was ready to go.
Right in the middle of his heel run, right?
No comment.
All right, Dougie, who are some of yours?
Okay, well, in fifth place, Angelina Love. I'm sure I just shocked everyone because I know she's Canadian, so I'm sure I just gave everybody in Canada a heart attack. At least I think
I'm meeting her on Sunday.
Oh, that's all I you. I'm going to steal your place now. Number 4. Oh God, who is him? Oh yeah, number 4 would actually be Ivory. If everybody remembers her.
Of course we do.
Oh yes.
She looks pretty good. Number 3, Molly Holly.
Was that before or after the head shaving?
Before the head shaving.
Okay.
Yeah, I should clarify that. Number 2, this one's probably going to confuse people. Dawn Marie.
Hey, are you kidding? She's from a Jersey girl, so yeah, I would definitely allow Dawn Marie. Hello, new caller.
And the gold medalist. She is a current WWE diva, and it's the only reason I am jealous of Fandango, the beautiful, dashing, lovely Summer Rae.
Oh, Lord, Dougie, that is a hell of a list. I got to give you credit, brother.
That is a good list.
Well, thank you.
All right, and the man's like, who just came in just now?
Yeah, this Gator.
Yeah, what's good? What's good? DJ Gator, host of the one and only WCC Sex Battles, which proceeds WCC Ring Rockers. Gator, our topic tonight, I'm about to say I'm sounding like you for a minute. What the hell? Yeah, our topic tonight is we're talking about our all-time wrestling crushes. So, yep. So all-time, who is your... Yeah, I know where I was about to say, hold on, I thought Sex Battles came on after the show. But, yeah, you just heard Doug's list. But it was like, yeah, who were some of the ladies in wrestling you always liked?
Now, one of my ladies that I like, and don't tell nobody, don't tell Red, because he'll get excited.
Well, Gator, we know who you're going to say. You're going to say Bertha Faye and Austin Kong.
I'm not finna. You know what? No, but I heard one of them is going into the Hall of Fame, which is Lita. Yeah. Oh, sorry, my bad. I don't know, man. I think it was the tats, man. I think the tats got to me, man. I know from personal experience, some ladies with tats have issues, but yeah, that's hot.
Any other Skater?
My list too long. I don't want to take up your time, you know.
That's all right. That's all right. And I just toss off 2 more real quick.
Top 2. Let's see. Who would be my top 2? Let's see. Well, I have to say, I know everybody said this, but I always had a thing for twins. I mean, yeah. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I ain't even got to say their names.
Yeah. Hey, I like the. Yeah, you know what? I like the magic that you used there, Gator.
Wait a minute. Twins. So Gator likes Varela number 4 and 5 from WCW?
No.
Really does.
You know it's Mrs. Goatface and Mrs. You Can't See Me. But anyway, Rob.
There you go.
Yellow.
Your picks.
Christ. For the length of time that I've been watching wrestling and all the women that I've had a crush on over the years, are you kidding? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start with current, and I'll try and work my way back a bit. Currently, Summer Rae is definitely up there. She is amazingly beautiful. I'm going to also say, what's her full face? Actually, from today's divas, there really isn't very much. Oh, sorry. Yes, there is. What am I talking about? Natalia.
Yeah.
Damn me. Anyway, okay, so that's from today. That's kind of from today. Going back a bit. Trish and Lita for sure are both in there. Both crushed out on both of them. Met both of them. Going back a little further, Wendy Richter.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Good one. And Alonzo Blades.
Wow.
Yeah, when I say I'm going back, I'm not kidding. Guys, I've been watching it for a very long time. Wendy Richter, I was one of the first females I saw that I got connected to as far as women's wrestling was concerned, as well as Alondra Blaze.
Wait a minute. Alondra Blaze.
You realize you just know how old you are.
Yeah, he did. But wait a minute. Alondra Blaze, how can you pick her over the beautiful and lovely Luna Vachon? I'm sad now.
Yeah. Well, there you go, you're very quick because, Rob actually just segued me into my pick because, hey, matter of fact, because whether you knew her as Alondra Blaze, whether you knew her as Medusa, I admit, she was definitely had it going on, so I ain't going to lie on that one. And matter of fact, I got to admit, surprised that, although I knew she was wrestling for about as long as I've been watching, it's like she just recently turned 50, so happy belated there, Deuce. And by the way, I always wanted to, and this is one of the few times I'll say this, Johnny B. Dad, I was always jealous of you after Beach Blast.
I know, right?
But that will digress.
Wow.
Yeah, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, you can find any copy of Beach Blast 92 and watch the bikini contest between Missy Hyatt and Medusa. Yeah, please watch watch what happens at the end. So, yeah.
Reese, you know I'm a fan of the crazy chicks. So,
yeah.
I can't leave out AJ.
Yeah. I know you did crazy chicks. And speaking of, and actually, Gator, you segued me into another answer because, of course, the lovely, whether you knew her in TNA is Tara, Victoria in the WWE, Miss Lisa Varon, always got to have her on the list.
She is an absolute sweetheart to meet in person. I met her back in about 0203.
She got a nice ass.
Yeah, and matter of fact, if y'all in Chicago, go check out her restaurant, the Squared Circle. Just want to give a shout out for that.
I'm sorry. I also have to throw in Stacy Keebler in there.
Speaking of nice asses, almost.
I gotta always give up all my answers now.
Oh, sorry.
Speaking of nice asses, I almost fell out when WrestleMania came to Atlanta and Alicia Fox sent over in front of me.
And being the good person Gator was, he took a picture, but he won't share it with anybody.
Actually, I didn't because I was working, so I couldn't take pictures.
Couldn't get a pic when you're mesmerized.
Yep. And, of course, let's see, of course, Corey brought up, of course, Miss Elizabeth. Like, who didn't love Liz?
For real.
Let's see, who else did I have on my list? And, of course, both Gator and Red would take my brother card away from me if I don't mention Naomi and Cameron. So I was like, yeah. So of course,
and nobody's mentioned China.
I always gotta have them on.
My brother card away from me.
Yeah. Because I'm about to say,
I would tap out to Layla all day long. Can I just say that? Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Hey, as you said, this is the man show tonight.
Oh,
and Oh, and of course, I can't leave out my fellow Jersey girl, Sonny. So I was like,
are we thinking about Sonny that's on the sober Sonny or the one that's on drugs?
Right. Well, of course, the silver one, but it's like she's been doing fine out of her recovery, Doug. So
who's this?
Mr. Asshole.
No, Sonny.
Yeah, okay.
And all right, I can't lie. Of course, Lita, Trish, always on Stacy, Tori Wilson, Dawn Marie, as you guys mentioned, and of course, I ain't gonna lie because at some point, Sable was also included on that list too. Like the first time she showed up, I'm
gonna let you have Sable and Lita, but all I gotta say is, Daphne is the most gorgeous zombie woman I've ever seen in my life. Moving on.
Wow.
And nobody says China.
There's a reason for it.
No reason.
Who? Did you just say China?
Yeah,
China.
You're looking like a man. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Isn't she a movie star now?
You really just do that? Wait, stop. Did I really just hear you go to a looker like a man?
I mean,
did I hear that, or did I miss something? Looking like a man. I tell you everything. You know, I asked before. I tell you everything. She looking like a man.
Oh, Lord, I needed a drink after that one.
So,
anyway.
I got vodka.
Oh, here we go.
All right, but hold on. You know, we talked about all the mainstream ladies, but, like, real quick, if we could do a go-around, who got somebody on the indie ladies show? Yeah, and actually Rob just brought one of mine up at our pre-show because I'm not going to lie. I actually did like Taylor. Taylor Wilde, who you remember from TNA. It was like back in the day when she had that open challenge with Awesome Kong.
The indie scene.
Yeah, do we have any other indie crushes?
Oh, there's quite a few on my end, so I'll wait. Go ahead.
The only one I actually like on the indies because she's not only physically athletic, but she's also very attractive, and it's unfortunate TNA never used it correctly. And, of course, I'm talking about cheerleader Melissa.
Yeah. I definitely ain't going to... Wait, who was she at TNA? She was Raisha... I can never say her name correctly. Raisha Saeed, correct?
Yeah, she was under that stupid veil, which I'm like, why would you have that beautiful body and under all that crap?
And,
go ahead.
We waiting for you.
Yeah, Corey, how about
and Rob, you'll probably agree with me on this. Jules Malone is making the rounds here very nicely.
Yes, I was going to, believe me, mention Jules. Mm-hmm. After what I saw her go through, oh yeah, crushes on duels is majorly there. This girl, no, you have to understand. This girl's a hardcore style competitor. She went through thumbtacks.
That's right.
And she went through thumbtacks not 5 feet from me.
Well, yeah, you were there.
Oh, I was there. I was front row, right on the side there, right in front of the bar. Oh, I was there all right. I couldn't believe what I was watching that night. It was insane. But I'm telling you, this girl went through fucking thumbtacks. To watch someone go through that for the sole purpose of entertaining us,
that is wild.
It just makes you crush on her even more. Now, the fact that she's an absolute sweetheart on the outside of the ring is also a bonus.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So
anyway, go ahead, Corey. I digress.
Oh no, that's. I agree. It's just amazing that somebody like that would go through something like that, and it is strictly just to entertain. So she's awesome. She's tough.
Is there anyone else on your list? Because I know there's a couple on mine.
Oh, I don't think anybody, to me, matches up to Jules Malone quite as much. Who else is on your list, Rob?
Leah Von Dutch.
Oh, LVD. Yes, sir.
Vanessa Craven is on my list. I love her. She has got a completely different look. She has got a completely different style. She is about 6 feet tall. She's a powerhouse to boot. She is an amazing competitor. I love watching her work. And again, a real sweetheart on the outside of the ring because I've talked to her. There was Crazy Mary that faced Jules Malone at one point that I really liked watching. Vita Scott. Zandra Bale. She's a sweetheart. She's a cute little
Who's your last one?
Who?
What was your last answer, Rob?
Zandra Bale.
Okay.
She's another cute little thing.
A cute little thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, I just want everybody to know that this is not...
The things that can be done to her...
Don't worry, Gator, we already covered that about 5 times before you came in, bro. Matter of fact, in matter of fact, for the punk rock crowd, I got to admit, Christina Von Aerie is definitely one. And matter of fact, y'all never seen CBE.
And again, I
wonder how in the world that hair always stays the hell up.
See, I also got to see Jules take on Christy Von Aerie as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I've seen CBE and Leah Von Dutch go at it, so it was like that's how I first actually found out about Leah. Of course, I can't forget somebody is on my friends list. Of course, former TNA superstar, former Shine champion, the one, the only, the leader of the Valkyrie, Radiant Reign herself. I was like, I gotta admit, TNA, why did y'all stop that feud with her and Tracy? I love that damn feud.
Because TNA are idiots, and they've run everything to the ground. We know this. Sorry, did that come out loud? Shit, sorry.
Well, you forgot the first store, TNA Wrestling. We make the Los Angeles Lakers look good.
Right?
Damn. Really? Apologies to our executive producer, EL.CIBERNETICO. Comments expressed by Doug Bear are solely his and do not represent in WCC and all that other good stuff.
Exactly. The opinions expressed are those of the following and do not necessarily reflect those of the WCC network. Moving on.
We should get a
And
video.
for anybody that catches Shine
We should
Mercer.
one day.
Yeah, also the lovely Santana Garrett. I was a big fan of hers. April Hunter, who was longtime partner of Tracy Brooks.
Tracy.
Yeah,
Brooks.
they were the T and A before the company existed.
Tracy Brooks.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's it. Also, of course, my girl Sassy Stephanie, can't forget about her, and can't forget my girl Sassy Stephanie, because she will have the entire militia come after me if I leave her out. So, and of course, and actually, I forgot. Matter of fact, and I should be ashamed of myself that I forgot this on the other half of my crush list, Velvet Sky. How did I forget that one? I was feeling a little. Yeah, I was a little under the weather earlier this week, so there's some obvious answers that I'm missing. So if I come up with a late,
I know that I was about to leave out Celicia Sparks.
Yeah, I was about to say Shane was about to whip somebody's ass because he was like, because somebody was looking at her. I was like, thank God I'm on the other side of the room right now.
Okay, I heard the caller. Was I correct in this statement? Apparently not. Okay.
Anyway, let me check the time here. Rob, you want to go into promos?
Yeah. I got a few promotions coming up. Saturday, Sunday. All right. Okay, this Saturday. This Saturday in Southgate, California, at the American Legion Post 335, AWS is having their No Time for Valentine's Love at the location is 9535 California Avenue. Tickets are $17 for front row, $15 for general admission, and $12 for kids. On the card, we have Pre-Pray versus Ryan Taylor and Cedric the Hitman versus and Cadillac. Taylor Hendricks is taking on Hudson Envy. Tyler Bateman is versing Cholo. In tag team action, we have the Los Bandidos, who are the tag team champions, taking on El Ridiculoso El Mariachi. Shea Cabrera versus Willie Mack. Sage Sin versus Candice LeRae in female action. Sindarian versus Lilo Blaze. And in your main event, you have B-Boy versus Rocky Romero versus Drake Younger, B-Boy being the champion. I'm assuming the championship is up for grabs. That's on Saturday, February the 15th. Now, on February 16th, we have Victory Commonwealth Wrestling at the El Macombo here in Toronto, Ontario, at 464 Spadina Avenue. Tickets are $15. On the card, we have a battle royal for the VCW Openweight Championship. 20 men in the ring for over-the-top battle royal. Last one standing wins the gold. There's also a number one contenders match. The Beholder is going to take on Chuck E. Cheese. Kung Fu Canuck is going to take on Black Ninja with Saki-san. Eddie Saps is taking on the student, Daniel Parker. And Bill Scullion is taking on Marty Michaels. And then also on the 16th, in Whitby, Ontario, for Squared Circle Wrestling at 104 Consumer Drive. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the door. 5:30 doors open, 6 o'clock bell time. The bell time for the VCW is at 3 p.m. On the card, we have the Royal Tag Titles, Steady Wave, the Young Bucks, taking on the Young Bucks. We also have the Adrenaline Cup Tournament, which I'll get into in a few minutes. There's a vacant premier title featuring Lewis Linden, Tyson Dukes, and Brent Banks. On top of that, in female action, we have Angelina Love taking on Jasmine with Taylor Wilde as our guest referee. Now, the Adrenaline Cup tournament. This is for a nice, trophy and the prestige of being the Adrenaline Cup champion. In the first round, we have Ethan Page taking on Flip Kendrick. Then we have Chris Bishop taking on Lionel Knight. Then we have Asbigol versus Will White, Preston Miles, and Channing Decker. And the winners of those matches will take on the previous Adrenaline Cup winner, who is defending that title, John Greed. And that seems to be what's going on there.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's what's going on for this weekend. I've got stuff for next weekend, too.
Yeah. Well, Rob, can I talk about that Adrenaline Cup for a moment? Did I hear correctly that one of the matches are going to be Bishop versus Knight?
Yes, Chris Bishop versus Lionel Knight.
Oh, man, I think would have had a checkmate going against each other. That's wrong.
Well, at the same time, they'll be able to give us a great match because they know each other so well that it will be one of those back and forth matches. They can pull off the match of the night.
5-star quality, check, and me.
And also Flip Kendrick, just for the side right, that was the partner I was trying to think of with Lewis Linden. And I was like,
No. It's Ethan Page and Flip Kendrick. Lewis Linden is taking on Tyson Dukes and Brent Banks.
I know. I was saying, remember, I was telling you in the pre-show, like, I was trying to remember who, Lewis, when you mentioned Lewis Linden, I was trying to, like, think of who I knew he tagged with. And I was like, Flip Kendrick, because I was trying to remember who was the guys at Terraform. I got a little something. Yeah, I got a little something for us as well. Keeping up, going back to Saturday. We got House of Glory presenting Revenge is Phenomenal from the House of Glory Arena up in Ridgewood, New York. That's on 1630 Warefield Street. Bell time is 7:30, and only general admission tickets are left. It's $20 a piece. And ladies and gentlemen, you want to talk about dream matches on the independent scene? This match we're having. Because for the House of Glory tag team titles, the Young Bucks, Matt Nick Jackson, will defend against the team of the Amazing Red and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Hey, you didn't think this event was called Revenge is Phenomenal for nothing.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So if you guys are out there in the Ridgewood, New York area, make sure you check it out. Also, for further information, you could go to houseofgloryonline.com or follow them on Twitter at Auger Wrestling. That's House of Glory Wrestling presenting Revenge is Phenomenal, Saturday, February 15th from the House of Glory Arena, 1630 Warefield Street, Ridgewood, New York, 11385. Also this Saturday, there's actually a special United card from Action Coast Empire, Battleground Pro Wrestling, and Devil Mountain Wrestling called United We Slam. It'll take place at the Collins Team Center, 1641 Merkley Avenue in West Sacramento, California, 95691. Doors open at 6:30, bell time is 7 p.m. Tickets for this event are $12 for adults. Kids 7 through 17 will get in for $6. Kids 6 and younger, you get in for free. And there will be a double main event on this card, as Battleground Pro will have a title unification match. His BPW heavyweight champion Mikey O'Shea will compete against the Ring Warrior champion Levi Shapiro. Then Devil Mountain Wrestling will have a title unification match, as BMW heavyweight champion Rev will compete against Pacific Coast champion Dalton Frost. Then, for the ACE heavyweight title, There will be a battle royal featuring superstars from both Battleground and Devil Mountain. The winner of that battle royal will then go on to challenge Sheik Khan Abadi for the ACE heavyweight title. In singles action, the Native Warrior Robbie Phoenix will go one-on-one with Sledge. And for the unified tag team titles, the Brothers Jericho will take on the team of Big Ugly J.D. Bishop and former gangster from ECW, Mustafa Saeed. Also, in ladies action, Nicole Savoy will take on Brittany, the Ultra Girl Wonder. To learn more about Action Coast, you can follow them on Twitter at Action CST Empire. To learn about Battleground Pro, you follow them at Battleground PW on Twitter. And to follow DMW, you can follow it on Twitter at Devil Mountain W. That is United We Slam, Saturday, February 15th from Action Coast Empire, Battleground Pro Wrestling, and Devil Mountain Wrestling. And the location for that event is the Collins Teen Center, 1541 Merkley Avenue, West Sacramento, California, 95691. Also, and actually I meant to jump ahead on the Friday card here, depending on if the weather's nice for us. East Coast Professional Wrestling on Fire, Valentine's Day Massacre for the Parsippany Hills High School Gym, 20 Rita Drive in Morris Plains, New Jersey, 07950. Doors are open at 6:30. Bell time is 7. And proceeds for this event will go to the Parsippany Hills High School Vikings wrestling team. And in the main event, there will be a lumberjack match for the ECTW heavyweight title as Joe Guns defends the title against the German Mauler, Joseph von Schmidt. And in a 2-out-of-3 falls match for the ECPW television title, with no time limit, there must be a winner. Crazy Ivan will defend against WCC's own, the Cuban crippler, Ricky Reyes. And also on the card, light heavyweight champion Dan the Man will attend. Former WWE and ECW superstar Nunzio will be on the card. Kai Katana will be on the Giant Pharaoh. Frankie Flo and the reinforcer Andrew Anderson will all be on the card as well. To learn about Wrestling on Fire, you can check them out on WrestlingOnFire.com or follow them on Twitter at Wrestling on Fire. That's East Coast Professional Wrestling on Fire presenting Valentine's Day Massacre. Friday, February 14th from the Parsippany Hills High School Gym, 20 Rita Drive, Morris Plains, New Jersey, 07950. And also one last card. This is actually an autograph signing from George's Cards Collectibles at the Oxford Valley Mall, 2300 East Lincoln Highway in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. From 12 to 3, you can meet former WWE diva Caitlyn. Autographs are $15, pictures are $20, and for autograph and picture combo, that is worth $30. To learn more about the event, you can follow them at georgescollectibles.com. And Doug, I understand you had an event you wanted to promote as well.
Yes, I do. On March 1st of this year, of course, Prince George, Virginia will have big-time wrestling at the Prince George High School. Currently, there's only one match at the moment, as it is Rebecca Sky taking on April O'Neil. By the way, I have a friend we're going to see Michelangelo as well. But there will also be other wrestlers as well, as the Hurricane, the Patriot, and an autograph signing with Matt Hardy, Vader, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. All ticket proceeds will be going to the Prince George High School fundraiser for sports, that's why that's Prince George. Currently, right now, tickets are $30 as they are sold out of the first and second row. And if you want any of the pictures and autographs with the three big guys, it will be $70 for Ric Flair. If you want to pick a picture on an autograph, $40 for just an autograph. If you want to get it with the man they call Vader, $40 for a picture and autograph, $20 for an autograph, and Matt Hardy, because apparently he is not loved, $25 for an autograph and picture, or $15 for a picture. Right. Please note, if you want to do the pictures and autographs, get there at 5 o'clock because the show starts at 7 p.m. that night.
All right.
Thanks a lot. And as I said, Corey, are you still on the line, friend?
Oh, yes.
And like Corey, do you have anything you would like to promote? If
I do.
Cover it already.
No, I haven't got a chance to. PWA on February 22nd. Am I correct?
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Can we let Corey do this?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Corey.
Sure. Okay. February 22nd at the Alpine Club, 464 Maple Avenue, Kitchener, Ontario. Doors open at 7 p.m. Bell time is 7:30. $20 for front row, $15 for youth front row, $15 general admission, $10 for youth admission, free for kids 5 and under. Tickets are on sale at 519-998-8799. We have the Pure Wrestling Championship on the line. Champion Hardcore Hick defending the title against Big Ticket Reggie Marley. Elite Women's Championship on the line. Beautiful Bia defends against Skylar Rose. Aiden Rain tag team match versus Power of Love, Joey Allen and Loveman Tyler Thomas. The winner of that match will face the tag team champions later on in the night, Modern Day Warriors, Jimmy King and Derek Platinum. For the Pure Violence Championship, the champion midget wrestler, Mighty Bruce, defends versus Lance Malibu. Easy E Eric Kearney will be in action against the mystery opponent for the number 1 contendership. Anthony Fiasco will face Ruffy Silverstein. And the match I'm the most interested in, my man Mike the Match Hart going against Wild Buck Gunderson. The last month in Bradford, if some people may not know, Mike Hart had a title match for the Ontario Championship against Chief Eddie. Chief Eddie knocked Mike Hart out with the title earlier on in an interview segment on Cool Corner, and hurt him pretty bad in the night. Mike was jumped by 3 wrestlers, as he usually is, and he's dealing with a concussion right now. So I'll be there with Mike at this show to make sure that none of this funny business is going on with him anymore.
And now we've all said that you're Corey, and that's all fun, and that's cool. We should mention that we are really talking to Mr. Gentleman Corey Hart.
Yes, thank you. I am family with Mike. My own family is not around. Mike's father, Smith, basically adopted me, and I've always been with Mike, whether it was sitting in the crowd or selling tickets at the door or selling merchandise or working the music. I've always been there looking after Mike. He's my brother. And
just to confirm that Smith, when you say Smith, we are talking that this is Smith Hart, the oldest Hart member of the famous Hart family. We just to point this out.
Yes, I should point that out. Yes, this is Mike Hart, 3rd generation wrestler of the legendary Hart family, who are pretty much royalty in Canada in wrestling history. Smith Hart, the oldest of the Hart children, the oldest of Stu Hart's children, is Mike's father. We've all become very close over the years, and Mike's really been taking a pounding lately. There's a lot of guys on the indie scene here that really want to make a name for themselves by taking out somebody with a name like that.
Yeah,
so they're really
you think about anybody who's been near that dungeon. It's like especially if you find out, he's actually of the Hart. Like, you can take out anybody with the last name Hart, but when you say, yes, he is related, he's the descendant of Stu Hart, I was like, your senses are probably like up 1,000,000% than what they would normally be.
Well, the problem is, and I talked to Mike about this. I met Mike and his brother, actually. I met them at a WrestleMania party one year, and I was talking to him then. This is 2, 3, 4 years ago or so now. But I even said to him at that point, you got to be careful, just because of your name you know, somebody's going to try and shoot on you and what have you. He's like, yeah, but I was trained by my grandfather as well as my father as well as my uncles. Like, I'm prepared. And I was like, I have no doubt. So
yeah,
I am
he is prepared.
Concussions and shit, though.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Yeah, a lot of guys are shooting on him, you're right. And during the interview segment that was being filmed last time, which will probably be coming online very soon, Chief Ade, right in front of me, knocked him out almost pretty much with his title belt, gave him a bloody nose laying on the floor there. I was watching his eye puff out, and I could see my friend. I know what he looks like. I could see his eyes are not right. I could see there was something wrong. And they all told him I was exaggerating, don't worry about it. And then they proceeded to give him a real good beating at the end of the night in the ring. So these guys are coming on the Internet and saying third generation of garbage and things like that to him. Because they're all thinking if they'd be the guy that to knock out Mike Hart, they're going to brag about that. So
big boys when
really
they're 3-on-1, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's easy to do that.
Sorry.
All right, and just one more time, can we have the venue information of, well, actually the whole event, just as far as like.
Right. It's PWA Wrestling, PWACanada.com. Pure Wrestling Association presents live pro wrestling at the Alpine Club, 464 Maple Avenue, Kitchener, Ontario. Doors open at 7 o'clock p.m. Bell time is at 7:30 p.m. It's $15 for general admission. An extra $5 will get you a VIP ticket with a 6:30 entry to meet all the wrestlers and have pictures, autographs, and early seating. It's an all-ages licensed event. Mike the Match Hart will be taking on Wild Buck Gunderson, who is a member of, there's a manager, Lenny Lilac. He's got the Lilac family going on. He's the manager of Chief Ade. He's one of the guys that's been orchestrating all this violence against Mike. So they're having Mike go up against another member of his family, which is Buck Gunderson. So I expect something funny is going on there. This will be my first time actually coming out to the ring for PWA with Mike to make sure that none of this goes on anymore. I trained with Mike. Mike's trained me a lot of his more dangerous submission moves and things like that, but I have had some injuries, so I'm using a cane a lot of times. So otherwise, I'd probably be in there with him. But I'll walk him down, and I'll make sure that nothing's going on. And hopefully maybe Mike will shoot a little bit on Buck. But either way, it's going to be a great night, a lot of action. There's 4 championship matches. It's going to be an amazing night. And I hope anybody is listening. You can like Mike the Match Hard on Facebook as well and keep in touch with him. He loves keeping in touch with people.
Hey, well, thanks. You just covered my next question for me a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Doug, what were you saying over there? So I was kind of talking over you.
I said Facebook. I've never heard of that before.
No, I had to ask. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up because, because we're about to push our time on here. But anyway, just want to thank the gentleman, Corey Hart, for calling in. And Corey, please come on back onto the show anytime that you're free.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me, and I'm really glad you guys promote indie wrestling like this. That's amazing.
That's right. And as always, Wrestling Commentary wants to remind you guys, please go out and support and defend all your local independent wrestling. And do remember, all cards are indeed subject to change. So even if you hear us say something, please get ready for please be ready for a change, because especially with the way the weather has been this past couple of weeks. So just want to pray for everybody, especially our wrestlers. Guys, if weather's going to be inclement, please be safe. Hopefully power's with everybody and all that stuff. We want you guys to be safe and healthy so you can keep doing what you love to do, and we can keep supporting you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All right. And then for Doug, for Rob, I'm ROCKIIN saying that also want you guys to remember, make sure you guys Always call our number, 760-569-7676, access 200-446-pound. Make sure y'all hit that pound key when you call into our show, because if you don't, you ain't going to hear nothing. Remember, we got Uncensored on Mondays, 30 minutes after Raw. Overload on Tuesdays at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. Of course, Ring Rockers, we're on every Wednesday night. Check us for a local time at the station. And, of course, after that, Sex Battles is coming up right after we do it, around 11-ish with DJ Gator. Of course, Thursday nights, we got The Recipe with Big Red, 30 minutes after Impact. Of course, Doesn't Care had the main event Fridays or 30 minutes after SmackDown. And, make sure you guys always remember to check us out on Twitter at WCC Live. Yo, Power out. Get ready for Sex Battles coming up next. I'm rocking REESE for the Canadian Goose and Redneck Asshole himself, Doug Barrett. See you next week, everybody. Good night.
Have a good one.
That's boring.